Hey Martin, we are on air, finally.
Hi, Victor. Yeah, nice to meet you today.
Yes, I'm very happy that we finally get to this call because it was postponed because I was sick with this aggressive virus. But I'm very happy that we made it. Just we met last year and we collaborated because you started using Rocks&Gold platform. You were one of our users. And that was really interesting because I found out that we actually practice the same approach towards marketing and sales, briefly account-based sales. And just to people, to the audience who are watching this, we had a chance to talk together on the best practices in marketing and sales and account-based sales. And we got this idea to make a call and discuss all of the challenges that happened last year and some of the business trends that could be used by marketer and sales guys in IT companies. So I know you as the person who is a growth manager, growth hacker, and the person who can kick off with the sales and marketing for IT companies. And I'm very happy that you agreed to hop on this call and exchange some of these ideas. Could you tell a bit more to people who watch this video? Could you tell a bit more about your expertise and how you got there and what's your background? So it will be a good intro.
So, hi guys, my name is Marcin Małaszuk. I'm from GrowMy.Tech. I help software houses from CE region that starts their marketing and sales to kick off. Yeah. So basically all the stuff from the very beginning, from the strategy, crafting communication, building up tactics and execution. Yeah, so this is what I do. Yeah, the story you mentioned was like really nice because like I used Rocks&Gold for a while, and that really helped me, you know, finding proper companies to engage with. Yes, to do ABM. So think what we will discuss later on. Yeah, and we share the same I would say attitude toward the business. Yeah, so that's great. We could discuss, you know, what has happened in 2020, and you know, I'm moving to the 2021. Yeah, so and what would happen, what are great tactics for 2021?
We met while you were using Rocks&Gold platform, and this is a platform that we created, our team created to track hiring data. So we are talking about sales signals, buying signals, sales data management, and there are tools such as Crunchbase to track fundraising. There are tools like Owler to get alerts whenever a company is doing some, appear in the newspaper. There is some public news going on, and we felt the need to create a tool that would give same alerts for hiring. And again, hiring data is just a signal. The bigger question is how do you use sales data and how you use the sales data to find opportunity windows to actually speak with the client and solve their problem, right? So my question to you, which is I was really interested to hear your opinion, is based on 2020, what do you expect from 2021? What things do you think are working? What things stopped working? What's your experience on that? When you look back on 2020, what feelings do you have?
2020 was, like, you know, hard time for many of us, yeah. But the biggest changes I observe is like the window for all the outsourcing companies, yeah. So people who would like deliver projects for other companies, but not as internal teams, but as external ones, yeah. So this is point number two. Point number one. Yeah. Point number two is transfer of marketing budgets from various areas of marketing directly to online marketing. So we all sit at homes. Our offices are, you know, partially closed or closed at all. So we spend more time online. Yeah. So all the marketing activities in 2021, maybe not all, but most of them would be concentrated digitally. Yes. And third part is connected with competition. Yeah. But competition in the digital space. Yes. So we'll see probably a lot of content, a lot of quality content. So that would be even harder in the next year to become visible and differentiate your company and get to your prospects. Yeah, so I think those are the challenges for the next year that were caused by COVID. Yeah, so this is my perspective, and you, I think, share a little bit different one, because I'm talking more from marketing and general growth, but your perspective is concentrated on sales. Yeah, so Victor, what's your
Yes, that's interesting. I think like the marketing and sales side, like the line between is always blurred. But you just raised the point that there are more opportunities for outsourcing companies. Do you connect it with the fact that it's just like more remote jobs and like some tasks, some parts, services could be done by a company, outsourcing company compared to employees? This is what you mean?
Yes, companies were forced to work remotely, which wasn't like 100% normal situation before. Yes, and once working before, you can think, okay, so remote work is like almost like outsourcing. Yes, so why shouldn't I check external parties? Yes.
So I think, from our perspective, because we track hiring data and we had our hands on hiring data, we definitely seen how the jobs dropped in February last year, and then remote spiked. So we saw remote jobs, plenty of remote jobs, I don't know, for technologies like .NET, C#, which are traditionally weren't that remote. And we also seen that companies had to sort of adapt, adjust. Now we hear the news that many teams, they won't even going to come back to offices. They just like the way it works. So what COVID and the 2020 caused is that it was a change for everyone. It was a jump out of a comfort zone for everyone. Nobody asked you, whether you're an employee, whether you're a small company, whether you're a big company, everybody faced, it was like a stress test for everyone. And everybody asked, like, do I keep these employees? Do I keep this, workers? Do I keep these relationships? Do I keep these vendors? Do I need these clients? I need some other clients. It was like general revaluation of businesses. And obviously remote was a huge change. Like, we started our platform a few years ago. We even couldn't imagine something like this would happen. But Angel.co had a newsletter last year. Just on Angel, the remote jobs has doubled. And they're not so cheap. It's like just 10% on average. And paychecks are lower than traditional, jobs in-house. So I could support it definitely, because we've seen this data from many other job boards like, LinkedIn, Stack Overflow, Remote.co. So yes, remote is a new trend that, we have to keep in mind. Certainly. And, just to continue with that. So let's forget about 2020. Lessons are lessons. How you would approach this year? What things you would start it, even though that it's been a few weeks since January, but it's never too late. How you would start the 2021? Like, what you would approach in the first place?
Yeah, I think it's like a good question. I think like first tactic, and meaning like number one, in a situation when you've got huge and increasing competition, is differentiation, finding a niche and getting specialized. Yeah. Why? Because it's like easier to run a business afterwards. Yeah. It's easier to craft communication. It's easier to craft value proposition for your clients. So finding a niche is like a way of easing your life. And if you will stand in a position of your client, you probably will look for not only for marketing guy, but a marketing guy who knows software business. Yes, and from perspective of buyer of software development services, you would look for software company, but that would be great if they have experience in fintech, if you are from fintech, or if you are from supply chain, if they know what are your day-to-day problems in supply chain, and they know how to solve those problems using technology. Yes, so I think this specialization is like a thing that helps crafting communication on one side, and on the other side, it helps making decision, buying decision on the client side. So I think this is the tactic number one I would recommend for 2021 because of that high competition online. Yeah, so you need to find your way out and reach your clients more effective way. Yeah,
so
and
you just you just can no longer go everywhere. I think it's going to be very difficult these days. Even maybe there are less jobs, more competition. Everybody's fighting for the same clients. You no longer can be good for everyone. Number one trend is to find your niche in short, right? It's never bad advice, right? It's never bad advice. Anything else? We started about account-based marketing, account-based sales. How do you see the application? Like, when you know where you're going?
I think it's like a topic you like, yes, ABM, but I like it as well. Yeah,
it's our friendship started.
Yeah, of course. It's like ABM. So just to maybe explain for everyone, maybe not everyone is fully aware. ABM is account-based marketing or sales. Yeah, so you focus on your client and on your client's needs. Yeah, we'll discuss it like I hope for a couple of minutes. Yes, so talking about application of ABM in custom software development industry, I would say it's an ultimate choice for the companies because ABM as a philosophy is a way of approaching your client in not a general way, but like crafted and way that your client thinks he's special, him, yeah. So you know how to solve your client's problems, yeah. And this is a tactic that is, I would say, designed for high margin industries, high margin deals, for best clients, for best segments of yours, yeah. So we need to be aware that ABM is time consuming. Yes, it takes time. It takes time to analyze, takes time to execute. So it's great if you could apply it only for the top clients, yes? If you, for example, you are entering new market, yes, and you need to get some top brands on board to your portfolio. ABM is best for that, yeah, because during the process you learn who is decision maker, how your ideal client is structured, who are stakeholders, how you should craft this person, and how you should communicate to another one, because you need to find the differences, yes, in decision makers, yeah, and buying personas, yeah. So summing up, it's a way of getting to Pareto rule effect, yeah. So 20% of your effort might bring you 80% of revenue, yeah. So this is what ABM might be about, yes. And it's about lowering your time, effort, and consumption of your activities once you are trying to get new business. Yeah. So concluding for software houses. That's the tactic I recommend for everyone.
That's a good point that you mentioned about the Pareto rule. I haven't thought of it, but I agree that it's not only about the client. I mean, the side where it's about the client is that you're becoming a trusted advisor. So you have a goal not to sell anything, but you have a goal to build relationship with them. But it's also about you. It's where you dedicate your time, because account-based marketing is a big commitment. It means that you say, okay, I have a list of dream clients, let be 100 accounts, and I investigate them. I make a research, I understand where they are, where's the gap that you can close with your expertise, and you say, well, it's not going to be easy. It's going to take time. It's going to take maybe half a year. And that means that it's about you, where your business is going to be in a half a year, what clients would love to have in a half a year or in a year, because you're going to commit, you're going to build relationship with them. So I completely agree. I think it's a key of how you make a plan, because failing to plan is to plan to fail. You have to make a plan, you have to make a research, you have to understand why they're on your list and how it can be helpful with your expertise. And then and just just do the job. Think about the subjects where you can help them, and probably support everything with data. I think it's a good idea, because you don't want to make guesses. You want to prove that you know who they are. You want to prove that you understand their situation. So definitely. And talking about account-based marketing, account-based sales, just as the comparison. As a sales guy, I used to practice what everyone does: spread and pray. It's where you take the massive database and you just contact them. So in the end, the top of the pyramid will be people who responded, who would say, yes, I have this problem, I like your services. And account-based sales is completely opposite. It's where you have, let's say, 100 companies, 200 companies, and you go down just educating them. You start with the fact that they don't know about you, and then the next stage is that they're aware of you, then they considering you, and then they make a decision. So like, you build relationship with them, and you just know that you're not going to push them. You're not going to speed up things, because it's not how the friendship grows, right? It's how you prove them one by one that you care about them, the situation, and how you can, where the business should be heading, something like this, right? And big part for this, I think, is when you start account-based marketing, right? You need a plan. And I think here is the moment where you have to do like the research. I mean, it's about the context, about the subjects. Could you give some advices on, let's say I decided to do ABM for 2021. I thought about my clients, I thought about the problems. What do I do next? How do I bring everything into a plan?
ABM is great for if we only split marketing and sales,
Mm-hmm.
because like there is a school of doing so, and another one is like keeping like this one as a growth of the company. But you can of course apply ABM and ABM with something you mentioned. So this data-driven approach. Yeah. So let's say we had like point number 2 ABM, and number 3 is data-driven. Yeah. So having a data-driven approach, you can execute ABM within your marketing. Yes. So getting well-structured analytics, you might be supported with many tools that will give you insights on how your clients act, who they are, what they do, and where they go afterwards. Yes, so you might find that they are not interested in your offer, but part of your offer. Yeah, so let's imagine you're a software development company and you've got some specialization in a particular niche, yes, and that's fintech. Yeah, so you can easily find out that your client spends quality time on your website looking for information about fintech, about KYC, for example. Yes, and your job as a marketer with a data-driven and ABM approach is to prepare content that is appropriate for that person, that is informative, it's like good in format and so on. And afterwards, craft, strategy and your tactics to deliver the best possible content for this person. So once that person from fintech leaves your website, never send them information about, let's say, logistics. Yeah, it's not the way he will buy or build any expertise. You will not build expert image in those person's eyes. Yeah, bring him valuable information about fintech. Yeah, how regulations are working within that field. Yeah, so this is a job of a marketer within data-driven ABM. On top, of course, of preparing the materials for sales guys. Yeah, so some presentations, white papers, etc. Yes, so I don't know if you see where's the difference. Yeah, where's the difference? What's the difference between the marketing part and what's the difference of the sales part in ABM? Yeah.
I think it's if you just don't claim yourself a trusted advisor, there must be some content that supports it, right? I think from the sales perspective, I usually thought of the key to success is one-on-one time with the client, but then you realize that, okay, that's more important what the client does between this communication time, right? Because you can raise awareness on a problem, and then he would love to investigate what are the options, and not necessarily about you. And the fact that you have some content, on the website that supports it, it just will help you a lot to progress in this trustful relationships.
True.
So this is something that you really have to care about. Could you give an advice, like from the marketing perspective, how you should like structure this information? Because let's assume I understand the problem, I understand the gap, I can understand which of my clients have which problem. How can I make them believe that it's not just expertise that I have, that I'm the trusted advisor that can bring them where they want? Like, what would be the tips here?
Yeah, exactly. So I try to cover that one. Yeah, but I will be back to the notion you mentioned before. So let's say a funnel. Yeah, you said sales funnel, but there is like this funnel is structured the same for marketing. Yeah, so you've got awareness stage, you've got consideration stage, you've got decision-making stage. Yeah, so your job is to build a content. So content might be blog post, article, ebook, white paper, video, etc. Yes, that helps your client answer questions, particular questions they have on each of those steps, and push that client from stage of awareness to consideration to the decision making. You want to be the last click, and a tactic that to me is very helpful to reach that goal is building topic clusters and support it with pillar pages. Yeah, this is the notion of not targeting keywords only, yeah, but targeting subjects. And the group and the subject is a group of subtopics. Yeah, so just to visualize that one, yeah, just imagine. Yeah, so we are a software development company, and we would like to find a client, or that will buy our services. Yeah, so the natural and the most common, let's say, notion and subject is software development. Yes, and in this concept of topic cluster, you build several subtopics, sub articles, blog posts about software development, but from the different angles. Yes, so you might write a piece of content about how to find best software developers, how to build effective software development team, what is the pricing level of software development, yeah, how you do software development, and what kind of software development technologies, languages might fit for your particular need. Yeah, so this is about topic clusters. Yes, I will show you an example about a company from the industry. It's called Townsend Security, and they want to get clients who are interested in encryption key management. Yeah, so you can find them at the top of organic search. They've created a pillar page that is like a pillar page is a single standing web page that is a center of topic cluster. Yes, so this is a place where you give extensive and thorough information about topic, and you can use all other subtopics, content, pieces of content, to present them here. Yeah, you use backlinks, you use videos here. This is a place where your client comes, gets the best possible information, and builds opinion about you as an expert on the topic. Yeah,
you scroll down just a bit to see what they've got, what kind of content they have.
Yeah, so I will do it really quickly. Afterwards, we'll add at the bottom of the video the link to those guys, so you can.
Well, we're giving some promotion. Definitely.
Yeah, but it's like best practice, yeah. So, but that might be a good way, you know. I will contact those guys, yeah.
Yeah, I see they have videos, they have ebooks, they have lots of written information, like almost like a Wikipedia. They have different schemes.
Exactly.
Like that really, even, you know, encryption, that's not the topic I'm good in, but I'm actually getting very interested.
Yes, so as you can see, they are using all what they could on one page. Yes, so you don't need to go anywhere to get full knowledge. Yes, and it's completely for free. This is important point. Yes, it is completely for free. You don't need to pay with your email or other data. You read it, but once you are interested in the topic, I'm almost sure that it's like in library, yes, or maybe not in a bookstore. Yeah, you go, you check a book, you read it, you find it interesting, then you buy. Yes, and this is the same way this pillar page works. Yeah, so you find this material interesting and you want to do something with that. So then you pay with your email. Yeah, so this is a completely new way to do business. Regarding content, yes. So providing educational and informative data at first, educate. This is like what you said. Become an advisor, become an expert and a friend of your client. Gives them something. And don't expect, you know, paying upfront, yeah, like buying, you know, cats in a box, yeah. So so this is all about you know, helping people, yeah, and empathy that you mentioned as well, yes. So yeah, so that's my perspective on the. I think it's like the fourth tactic for 2021 from my side, yeah, and I totally agree with ABM and data driven, and I think all those steps that we mentioned, they are they meet at one point, yeah. So this is like this, I would say, subject, yeah.
Certainly. Yeah, account-based sales, account-based marketing, as we said, is a commitment. I mean, to write a page like this, I mean, you can't waste your time, right? You have to be sure that you're approaching the problem that your clients have, your dream clients have. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. But I think it's, you know, to elaborate, to open the brackets of data-driven, because many people think of data as like contact data, companies data, but I think it's very important to think of a concept of sales data management. So it's how you find companies, how you find people behind the companies. It's not just you build a relationship with the company X. You know people from many different levels there. You know CEO, and you know project managers, and you know tech people, operational people, whoever you need, who will contribute to the picture of, you know, what's the situation in the company. So the sales data means also any kind of buying intent, sales signals, like, you know, a good example would be with Crunchbase or Aller. It's like the piece of data in real time that says, oh, they actually thinking of it. Maybe you heard of Bambora. They're making a list, they score companies by topics. So let's say you type account-based sales, for instance, and you'll see the list of companies by score who are making, I guess they track how they look for things in Google, but they score that the company has this problem. The company is making their research on this topic. And this kind of data can really signal to you an opportunity, signal that they are thinking about some solutions. And maybe they're wrong, right? They might face the wrong set of options. And it's your goal to come and show them that there are other ways, right? Prove them that you understand them, prove them that you can get them to the point where they want to be, right? And I think from the sales perspective, because you asked me like how the account-based sales could differ from here, marketing goal is to give leads to sales, right? It's how you can say that, okay, this company is actually a good shot for me. In sales perspective, I think it's just a bit more proactive approach. So you like knocking the doors, but instead of going, you know, spread and praise we discussed, fighting for attention, you want to win with empathy. So I think a good advice is that when you have a content that supports the subject, well, you have to let people know about the subject. And the best way to do this is to be proactive in your communication, show your face, send some videos, send some GIFs examples, connect on LinkedIn, make a phone call, do something that won't be trivial, do something that will let them know that you're not another offer in their list, because I think people just kind of tired of it, right? It's like this constant fight for attention. People right now, I saw people, they're ready to just say anything just to, have your reply, right? And it's not the way it should be, because account-based sales means that, no worries, I'm not gonna hurry up. I understand that you may have some rejection, but I'm convinced myself that you're a good client, that I can help you. I'm convinced myself that together we can get to the better outcome. And that creates the whole strategy. I'm willing to not push you, but I'm willing to prove to you that, yes, this is something that you may be missing, and overall raise this trust. And we're talking about account-based marketing, account-based sales. Is there any tools, practical tools that you would advise for people to give it a try? Because now we understand that, yes, you have to find your niche, you have to think about dream clients, you have to commit, you have to make your data research, support with data, problems and subjects, and give this content. You outreach with a proactive approach. Now, what tools can save a lot of time, right? It can be very difficult to start from zero. So what are your top, pick choice?
Yeah, so my top choice, I would maybe share one app, yeah, because I know, Victor, you are a fan of apps, you are great in that one, yeah. So I'm sure
especially
that
apps that's free,
Yes.
The one you can use and not pay.
Okay, so I will tell you a little bit about one that it's maybe it's not free. I think they might be, you can of course test them, but afterwards you might pay, but it's worth paying. It's Surfer SEO. It's a tool for content creators, for strategists, marketing strategists that needs to build, and copywriters, of course, that needs to build a content. Yeah, but from perspective of our conversation, this tool might be used to create topic clusters and pillar pages. Yeah, so I advise you to check.
Is it a Polish tool? I think I heard of it.
Yeah, they are Polish, but nice. I think they are well known because, like, I would say it's a killer tool. Yeah. So my one advice, yeah, to check you guys. Yeah. So it's Surfer SEO. Yeah. And what are your picks? Yeah, for 2021.
Oh wow, that depends on the problem. I certainly advise people to look for tools that can save their time. And to me, the most important tools would be, there are three categories. The first one is around CRM, like let's call it sales data management. You just want to find data easily. You want to build lists easily. You want to make research easy. You don't want to copy paste, do any manual tasks. So choose the CRM that has plenty of integrations. For instance, HubSpot is free, and HubSpot is connected with many other apps that can help you to find people, find contact details, and so on and so on. So just make sure that, whatever you choose, Pipedrive, Salesforce can be quite expensive. Pipedrive is a very affordable tool. HubSpot can be even free on a certain plans. So these tools can help you to work better with data, because data determines the success of account-based marketing. The second choice would be like, from the SEO part, I think my pickers would be Phrase.io and SERPwatch. It just would help you to verbalize and write, it helps you to just write a text that will be commonly understood by your audience, right? Choose the language that people will understand. It's just critical for any kind of, messaging or even just content. And number three is, if you choose the automation, conditional emails. Many people didn't hear it, but you don't really have to copy paste messages. You don't really have to write messages. If you have several data points, you can use liquid templates. It's just email content written with else if rules. So if you're a CEO, the next sentence will be about numbers. If you're CTO, the next sentence will be about technology. So tools like Apollo.io, HubSpot has some conditional emails, Mixmax, Woodpecker is another Polish tool. They support conditional emails. So to people who watch this, just Google what tools you're using. Do they have conditional emails or liquid templates? Because that's the key. That's just the number one technology, I think, for email marketing, LinkedIn marketing is useful. So conditional emails, liquid templates, check this out. And I mentioned GIFs. Cloud App can make a GIF. It's free. Just make a screen GIFs. And what else? Cloud App can make some videos. Loom.io, Loom can make a videos, easily embed in the email in the LinkedIn. And Drift, again, another free tool specifically for LinkedIn that can make video content. So these are my top choice. They're under the screen. So yeah, that's, there's a good point that we raised this. I think it's time to kind of wrap up and make a little sum up. Could you, again, repeat what are the main trends you think of 2021, what people should be doing, and what things are worth doing this year?
Of course, it's easy.
You mentioned
easy strategy, meaning I'm joking. It's I would say, so point number one is getting specialized, find your niche and build your specialization. Yeah. Point number two, think about account-based marketing and sales. Yeah, it pays off. Yeah. Point number three, do things data-driven. Yeah, don't waste time on guessing. You've got so many tools. Victor, you mentioned plenty of them. So yes, scroll back the recording and check what Victor's recommending. Yeah, so do be data-driven. And point number four, do valuable and meaningful content with usage of topic clusters and pillar pages. Yeah, I think those are four main points from our discussion that might help you guys move a little bit faster this year.
Well, listen to this guy. He's a growth hacker. He definitely knows what he's talking about. Well, I can just only agree that to me, account-based sales, account-based marketing is a top choice. It's not about clients and dream clients and that you prove that you're a trusted advisor. It's about your business. It's about your niche. So certainly account-based sales, it's a commitment that will shift the paradigm. I mean, the other thing is you mentioned data-driven. So sales data management, don't be afraid of investing in tools, investing in data, finding real-time data, like data signals, buying intents, because only data determines the quality of, your research about the clients, but also how you communicate the value. So that's number one choice. I mean, it depends on your product or services, but just when you invest in data, you also free up time for communication. You'll free up your time for, being a communicator of solutions rather than copy pasting a building list. That's certainly what you shouldn't be doing. And it connects me to the third idea is that automation is actually a good thing. I mean, it depends how you use it, but certainly automation will allow you to, data should tell people what they should be doing, not the other way around. So if you spend time on creating lists, doing manual tasks, think how you can just free up with, automation is a great concept for this. And finally, we were talking about the outreach. So being not trivial, making sure that you're not fighting for attention. You win with empathy. So it means that you use available data to you, available insights to connect with people, not be afraid to show your face, show them examples, tell them about their business, not just be, repeating some pitches and sales, approach. Just don't be afraid to, become a friend. Just start small and just grow this relationship because it will, certainly be the determinant of success for account-based sales. So if you do these things, I mean, I think if you do the things that you mentioned and things that I mentioned, and somehow they're similar, I mean, I believe that could be it could be a completely different year compared to anything before. And this is just the way how the world works now, how B2B works now. And I guess for IT companies that also can be, can be better advice to do this thing, practice these things.
Okay.
So just to sum up, lots of people probably watch this video. I'm happy to that. If you haven't heard about Martin, go check the website. Could you say it again? What's the website?
GrowMy.Tech.
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 I liked it. That sounds pretty good. So check this out. Martin's LinkedIn. Check his website. And yeah, what about the gifts? There is something probably you prepared for people.
I think that there shouldn't be any video without gifts. Yeah.
Yes.
So guys, if you are interested in talking a little bit deeper about your business, about your marketing and sales strategy, and if you are a software house, contact me on LinkedIn. I've got a special discount for first 10 people that will drop me a message. Yeah. So and the offer is like you've got 3 hours of consultation. And talking, discussing your business and figuring out what might be a good choice to do next. Yeah. So I hope that I will hear from some of you and Victor. Yeah. So what's your offer?
Oh yeah, I mean, you just mentioned. I mean, it's so good. Like 3 hours. If I write you, will it count to me as 2 hours or 3 hours? Because we've been talking just now. But honestly, guys, check this out. I know Martin for some time. Our friendship grew because of his professional experience and expertise. I learned a lot from him. So do this. What can I offer? I mean, I mentioned that I'm a fan of free tools. So for people who don't know about Rocks&Gold, we have a free account. Like free account you can actually benefit from. So guys, check this out. It's hiring data from main job boards. You can filter remote jobs. You can just find hirings for specific technologies or from companies in specific specialization business area. So check this out. But if you write me on LinkedIn, well, I'm going to give you a discount, like 90% discount, like any plan you choose. For less than $10, you can get access to all data, all remote hiring signals. Connect your CRM, upload the list of companies, just see who is in your network and hiring. I don't know, for less than $10, there will be like at least 1,000 leads that you can export. So I don't know, it could be useful. I know the free plans are useful as well, but if you want to try the pro version, just let me know about the, that you found us on this conversation, and that's going to be fine. I'll be happy to share this.
Okay, do it.
As long as it's value, right?
Yeah, I advise all software houses to do so. Yeah, it's a good deal. Yeah, okay, guys. So I think it's like we wrapped up everything. Yeah, I hope that we helped at least one of you to structure their plans for 2021. Sorry for being a little bit late. And what can we say? Bye-bye.
Press like buttons and tell us if we want to do more of the videos like that. Martin has a lot of knowledge to show, more than 30 minutes, definitely. So bye-bye. Then I think that'll be the end. Thank you, Martin.